Alright, well, I'm pretty much sure you heard this before. Disappear for 3 months, 6 months, or even 1 year because people don't post on social media. Get your money up, your mindset right, just hustle, do it, and come back unrecognizable.
Well, I did it not because they say you have to do it, but because I found myself in a position where I wanted to disappear for some time. So this is how it went down for me. Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ziza. If it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Ziza. As you noticed by today's title, today I'm gonna be talking to you about my 1 year of social media, technically 10 months. However, if you don't know, the year of 2022, from January, end of January, almost February, actually February, I find myself in a position where I wanted to disappear and focus on myself. So I disappear from all social media just like that. And by the end of the year, around December 2022, I started to reappear, to post, to just be present on social media. So in this video, I'm gonna be talking to you about what happened during that February month and then until December, what I've been up to, and yeah, also maybe some advice. Hi guys, it's Corita from the editing. Sorry for cutting you in the middle of the video like this. I just wanted to address a couple of things before you continue further with this. So first of all, I just would like to apologize and say thank you for your patience regarding this video, because I know I promised this video a long ago and it's only now that it's out. So I just want to say sorry for the delay and thank you so much for your patience. And also regarding the lighting, because I filmed with two different cameras. At first I started with my Sony camera, but then the battery was full, so I had to switch to my phone. And yeah, also when I talk about personal growth, it's more about content creation. I share the struggle that I've been going through while on social media. I know I just started, but those things needed to be addressed. So every time I'm gonna be talking or saying personal growth, just know it's about content creation. It's about my place on social media, the struggle, the ups, the downs that I've been going through. It was part of my 2022 experience and kind of meltdown also. So yeah. And lastly guys, I really open myself in this video. Just know it's my experience and it doesn't necessarily need to be the same for everyone. If you decide to go off social media just because you are tired or just because you would like to reduce the time you spend on it, like, it's okay. If you just want to lay down, back down a little, like, it's totally okay. If you don't have a goal, that's okay. And if you are suffering from any kind of depression or anxiety, just don't be alone. Talk to someone. During that period, I had my mom. She was calling me. She knew something was not right with me, but she kept on calling, even though I was just shutting her down all the time. She kept on calling, taking my news, and the people also that I met, or probably would say that I got closer in that year, kind of helped me without knowing to feel better, get better, and all that. So if you are going through something, I would advise you not to deal with it alone. Talk to someone, to a close person, or yeah. So yeah, that was it for me guys. I hope you're gonna enjoy this one. I really enjoy filming it, and yeah, I will let you continue with this video. So first of all, when you decide to disappear or when you start the year, it's important to start your year with a goal. Since I disappeared at the beginning of the year, at some point when I was like, I don't want to be on social media, I don't want to be there, I don't want to be active, this is not what I want right now, you have to set yourself some goal that you would like to reach at the end of that moment you decided to leave. So it's important when you disappear like this to set yourself some goals. And for me, I did put myself some goal when I reached that point where I was like, I don't want to be on social media, I want to focus on this point on my life and work on it. And for me, the year 2022, I set some goal to myself, such as spiritual, personal growth, and financial goals. So I succeeded to some, I failed to other, or I'm still in the process, So I'm just gonna share it with you. If it inspires, I'm glad. If it doesn't, it's my experience. Take it or leave it. But anyway, so let's start with the spiritual growth. When I disappeared, it was one of the goals I wanted to reach a lot. Like, it was an important goal for me, the spiritual one, because I wanted to grow my relationship with God. I just wanted to go deeper. So for those who don't know, I'm a Christian. I've been Christian since 2017. I had my up and downs. I've been to my highest level, to my lowest. I just had up and down. And for the year 2022, I have this goal that I wanted to reach specifically. And I just wanted to get closer to God. So I set myself some goal. I set the goal of speaking in tongues. I set the goal of, I want to say that I set myself a goal of finishing the Bible, but I'm not sure it was really a goal. But yeah, I wanted to spend more time in prayer, to learn more about what the Bible says, and to watch more preaching and all that. So this was part of my spiritual growth when I disappeared. And also I had the financial goal, because I'm a student. I'm living abroad in Cape Town. My parents are taking care of me, and so at some point you just want also to reach that level where you're like, oh my God, I want to get this, I'm gonna buy it because I have the means to get it. So I wanted to reach that level of financial freedom. And the third one is personal growth. That was all of my goals of 2022. I'm gonna share with them all of that. I didn't want to share one of these parts, but I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna tell you everything, the goals that I reached, the goals that I failed, and the goals that I'm still processing. So let's start with the financial part. So when the year hit, I was like, I'm tired. Like, I'm 22. No, I was 21 back there. But I was like, I'm 21. I have this vision of my life. I have these goals that I had when I was younger. We all had this goal, by this year I'm gonna be finished with school with the anyhow. I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna try to be independent this year. I'm gonna become independent. I want to become that girl. I just wanted to reach that point where I'm like, I like these shoes. Oh my God, it's quite expensive, but I have the means to get it. Not necessarily, I'm not saying that I will necessarily get it, but just to know that I can afford something, that would be great. So I was starting to work on myself. I was starting to get some work done. And also during that period with school, we had the internship program. So I found a job in real estate. I'm not gonna lie, I was good at finding deals, but the commitment now I had to bring to that work was something else. So I was starting to imagine myself like, what if this actually go through? Like, I was doing well, and I also had these side hustles that I wanted to work on, and I was working on. I was learning. So I had these two businesses that I wanted to focus on. So I went to that internship. I was doing the work that was asked. I was succeeding. And unfortunately some deals did not work out, and only one of them worked, and also another one where I was still learning. And the day I decided to take action and now doing it, it was going well at first, maybe for a couple of days, and one day I just lost everything. I was so devastated. I was like, what just happened? What I didn't give it much thought. I was just so devastated that I rest. Yes, I rest, because I was like, this is crazy. And I said, I'm gonna try again. And then I try again, and I failed harder. I failed harder, and this was the final hit for me. So I was very down, and I start talking badly to myself, like, why is this happening? What is going on? God, I put this into your hands. Like, I'm not succeeding. I'm not doing what did I didn't do wrong. And I was just talking bad things to myself that I can't even remember. But I just remember after that praying so bad, a couple of days later, praying so bad to ask for forgiveness, because I realized everything that I said back then. So for that business, it was the hand. I've decided to just give up on that, not doing it again. And I was left with the internship. I was doing well, things were working out until some of the deals that I had was falling, was just not working. I'm not gonna go into details about how it works in real estate. I'm not gonna explain precisely how it didn't work, but it was going well. I was about to sign deals, and just, I don't know, things just started to not working out. So I was left with one, which is the only one that went through. I signed and I placed people, I got the money, and yeah. But after the end of the internship, I decided to leave. I was back to square zero, and unfortunately this is one of my goals of 2022 that did not work out. But you know what, I'm gonna try again, because at the end of the internship I've decided to leave and move on. And for the second business, if I have to just also give a ending to that, I've decided to stop because it kind of affected my spiritual side. Because at that point I was so affected mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and everything, that I just left everything and decided to focus on the spiritual part of my life. Because I was hit at a level where I want to say even depressed, because I was just lost at that moment. I was wondering what was happening. So for that, I've decided to leave it. Maybe I will go back another day, but for 2022, I think it was done for that side. So when this second business affected my spiritual life, I put all my concern, all my working thing on the spiritual growth now. So as I was saying at the beginning, I wanted to grow my relationship with God. I wanted to speak in tongues. I wanted to learn more about the Bible stories, that we hear in preaching. I believe it's already the mid of 2022, because that time I was really, really, really down. If I even have to open up more, I was kind of depressed. I didn't want to be around anyone. I was just, focusing on me, because basically 2022, I focused on me alone, and that was a great year at the end. For that year, I was serving at church. I was an usher, and I was in the intercession. I was doing the services, attending the prayer meeting. Because back then also I wanted to learn how to pray, because I didn't know how to pray back then. So really the spiritual growth was more about getting to know God, getting to grow in my spirituality, about the Bible, about myself, learn how to pray. So I focused on that. I was being more spiritual, and I was gaining knowledge. I was taking notes, and I was taking action according to what I was hearing. It was going just great. I still was desperate, yes, desperate to speak in tongues, but I was still putting it in my prayers. And I noticed also I was making growth in the ways that I was praying, because as I said, I did not know how to pray. So with the intercession, I learned how to do that, because basically sometimes they were asking you to pray, to close in prayer, open in prayer, to lead the prayer. So you had to do all of that, because you had to prepare for those meetings. And yes, and with the usher teams, I learned how to, the backstage of the church, and it was really amazing to me. I really did like my spiritual growth. And by the grace of God, at the end of the year, I just surprised myself because I started speaking in town in the conference that the church organized. And also, I could see a change in my mindset, the way of thinking, the way of seeing things. And I just knew that a lot has happened. And it's only at the end, when I was thinking about my year, that I just realized that I made big step. I grew up, and I was just like happy and really content with my spiritual growth. So yeah, in that I would say that I succeeded. And also so the personal growth, I was not happy anymore with the way my content was going on YouTube, because I just noticed that I was posting just to post, and my content did not have necessarily quality, and I wanted to fix that. And by being off social media, I was like, I'm gonna be working on all that. I'm gonna be working on my platforms, on the ideas, on the contents that I'm gonna have to go back with. Because being on social media, I don't know if people say it a lot, but I'm gonna say it is stressful to make content out there. It's stressful because you want your content to please others. But I was forgetting at that time that it has to please me first. So during that time of social media, I've decided just to come at peace with me first, be content with what I put out there, and remove from me the pressure that I was getting from social media. Because when you're not being active, you just be like, oh my god, the algorithm is gonna be so mad at me, and they're not gonna do great with the content that I will post out there. So I had this stress over me. And the fact that I was posting on YouTube, not necessarily quality content, was affecting me, because I was still the creative person that I am. I'm very creative, by the way, as a person. But when I was missing a deadline, because I'm very organized, very precise, and when I did not meet the deadline, I was hitting myself in my mind like, girl, you are not doing it right. Just not meeting those goals that I was setting up for myself was impacting me in the wrong way. It was getting too much on my nerves. And also during the year, I remember in the spiritual growth of my personal growth, I was saying to myself that I don't want to go back on social media if I'm not feeling at peace. When I was feeling better, when I was getting better, because as I was saying, I had my moments where I was feeling depressed and feeling sad, and I just wanted to be alone. But at some point at the end of the year, with all the growth I was making spiritually, I started feeling at peace. And then I had that moment, girl, you have a YouTube channel. And I love YouTube. I love making videos. I love posting. I love all that. And when I was thinking about coming back on social media, I was feeling stressed again, because I was not even on social media, but I was stressing like, oh my god, I have to come up with content. I have to come up with that video. And it was too much on me. At some point, I just said, if I go back on social media, I really have to be at peace and at ease with myself, no matter how slow or how fast things gonna go. So I was putting all of this in my prayer, and if I have to be honest, I download social media again around September, October. But when I downloaded it, I totally forgot, because I was so not used to have those app anymore. It just one day I was using my phone and I was like, oh my god, I download Instagram. I totally forgot. And I decided to sign in. I enter my name, password, and all that, and I was on social media for just like 30 seconds, and I felt like it was too much for the day, so I closed back the app. So basically I was just checking that app like let's say every 5 days, because I was forgetting that I had this app, and when I was using that, it was for 1 minute. But slowly, surely, 1 minute became 5 minutes, 5 minutes became 10, and all that, until the normal time I spend on social media, I'm not gonna say. And then I think around November, I think, yes, November, but I would say better December, I was kind of fully back on social media. I was now posting again, but I was at peace because when I was working on all that, I was just like, I'm not gonna let myself stress. I know that the algorithm is important, and also because I want to grow my YouTube channel, I decided not to put too much pressure on me and just work on the quality, on the content quality that I'm gonna put out there. So when I decided to came back, I was finally feeling good, feeling great, and not caring about the algorithm. We should, if we want to grow, it's important to be consistent. Or we heard that when you want to grow on social media, I'm sure you made that research. I'm sure I did make that research, and I know consistency is the key. But also I decided that if I'm not doing well, or if I'm not sure and I don't like this content is not making me feel good, I'm not gonna post it. Let's take an example. I think my last video here was 2 months ago or 1 month ago. I'm not sure. I think it was 1 month ago. And believe it or not, I made 3 videos since that videos are post, but I did not put those content out there because those content were not quality content. I did not like it, and for some I just felt so uncomfortable editing it, so I just decided to delete them. I could have put it out there just to for consistency and all that, but I don't want to put out there videos that I'm not okay with, even though, because you don't know if this video is gonna be that video that's gonna blow you up from one day. You don't know that, but still you have to put content that you are comfortable with, that you are agreeing with, not just because it has to be out there. So yeah, these are the goals that I set for myself, and I reached it. I reached that personal growth I was looking for me, for my social media, that spiritual growth that I was looking for, and I'm still growing, because spiritual thing, it doesn't stop here. You have to continue until Jesus come back, or until it takes you from this earth. So I'm honest here. I'm being direct here. So, and for the financial growth, I did not reach it, but I'm not giving up, because yeah, at some point we have to make that call and say, hey Father, hey Mother, I'm doing great now. Thank you for all the job. Thank you for investing in me. But now I think you can take that money and invest it somewhere else and all that. And now maybe here and there give them with surprises. So when you start your year, or if you decide to disappear like this, set yourself some goal, commit to it, and endorse it. I know it's gonna be difficult. I know you're gonna have days where you cry. I cry. I want to say a lot, or half of the year, but at the end of this, I'm happy and I'm at peace, and I'm just glad and proud of the progress that I made. So it's not gonna be easy, but put it in prayer. Trust the process. And as I heard this morning, if you know you did your work, sit back now and trust God, because at the end of the day, He's the one doing the work for you. So just make sure that you are meeting where He is expecting to see you. So yeah, so guys, that's it for this video. It was my experience of social media. It was not easy. It was not difficult, because the Lord was with me. He's still with me. So I'm just happy of the journey that I started, and yeah, I can't wait to see where this is gonna lead me. So I hope you all enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and also activate the notification bell to be notified at any time I post a new video. Contents are coming. I promise you, contents are coming, but I'm not forgetting to take care of myself first. So yeah, contents are coming for sure. So I will see you for another one. Bye.